Hey guys, DC here, and this is my first gameplay of Monument Valley 2 for the Apple Arcade on the iPad Pro. Alright, so if you guys remember, I did do a review on the first Monument Valley not too long ago, and I enjoyed it. So I'm expecting the same from this sequel. So we're gonna kind of jump right into it. This is just like the first game. They kind of throw you right in. And again, I'm just touching the screen right now to manipulate the environment and move our character. So yeah, I tap the path to move row. And again, this opens up pretty much the same way as the first one. And you know, I really enjoyed this game. It deals a lot with optical illusions, our perspectives, impossible sort of objects. So we have I made a lot of reference to a movie called Inception that came out in 2010. Penrose, who was I think he was a scientist or psychologist, had a lot of influence in this with Penrose stairs and different sort of figures and the way that perspective, plays a trick on our eyes. Alright, so this is the first stage, I think, and I think it was mentioned that this stage introduces her daughter. So this may add like another dynamic to the game with like a second character here, supporting character. Yeah, so it moves both of them. Her daughter just kind of follows her around whenever I tap the path. And I like this game. It's very thematic, cinematic. I like these structures just come out of anywhere, and again, it really reminds me of like a Inception. Definitely like Inception inspired, how these kind of structures just kind of get built, kind of almost like in this dream type world, and you can manipulate the environment and walk on walls. So definitely, if you've not seen Inception and you love this game, definitely check the movie out. Great movie. Is it Christopher Nolan that does Inception? Yeah. And yeah, Christopher Nolan's the director, and great cast of characters. I may have mentioned this in my last video, but Leonardo DiCaprio, Heath Ledger, Joseph Gordon-Levitt. So it's just a great cast. Oh, and I'm sorry, not Heath Ledger. Excuse me, yeah, I'm getting my characters mixed up. Yeah, rest in peace, Heath Ledger. But it was another character. I can't think of his name right now, but it'll come to me. But yeah, a great cast of characters. Heath Ledger was in another, played the Joker in another great Christopher Nolan movie, Dark Knight. So if I think about it a little bit, it'll come to me. But this game is also, what's nice about this game, after you play it for a while, it becomes a little intuitive. So I'm able to kind of get through these stages pretty simply, knowing how the game mechanics work and knowing how things rotate and how this plays out. The game becomes a little bit easier, but just like it's really nice to just look at and kind of go on this adventure with our characters. And again, very like cinematic sequences and transitions. So now we're like in a little cave area, and cave, saying cave actually makes me think of Batman. And yeah, the other character in Inception who's actually also in Batman 2 it's Tom Hardy. So yeah, I don't know why I said Heath Ledger, but Tom Hardy's the other sort of main sort of character in Inception. When you get a chance to watch that, and again, they're trying to escape an environment in that movie that is a maze, and you can see from this game a lot of this is set up like as a maze that our characters are trying to move through. So there's like a lot of overlapping concepts when you think about it. Even in youth, we knew the work our mothers left for us. Row, I see fear. Do you forget how young we were? Yeah, I don't know if that's supposed to be like a projection. Maybe if you're familiar with Inception of her mother, or you know who that is exactly. I've forgotten. But yeah, just like how the daughter there is kind of looking around, very sort of childlike sort of, design and characteristics, and takes a knee just like her mother does there. But yeah, just playing this, if you love the first one, this is just a great little addition here. Same great game we love here. We're still seeing kind of what other dynamic they've added here. So let's continue to go through some of these stages. The oasis, in which young eyes see new wonders. So yeah, I take like a second to look at the stage, how I would manipulate the environment. And yeah, that's what you have to do if you've never played the first one or haven't played this game. A lot of it is a little trial and error for us how to kind of get through some certain things, and you'll know how some of these objects move and interact with the environment, interact with our characters. So yeah, I had to move that kind of halfway. Oh, okay, wait, that place was offset. Okay, we're sliding here a little bit. Okay, very cinematic, like I was saying. Look at this, our characters are gonna split up. The daughter's running. Hey, look at that. See, I was waiting for an extra sort of dynamic in this game. I got it right there. A little action scene. Alright, so we gotta get our characters back together here. But yeah, see, that was a crazy... Oh, look at that. See, that was a cool little scene. That was even a cool little sequence of that pillar falling. But yeah, I like what they did here. Now I have to kind of bring the characters back together. Alright, simple enough. But yeah, I like that they've added some sort of unique sort of relationship dynamic between these two characters where they can be split apart, as we just saw. Cause a little, anxiousness amongst the players who are playing. See, now I gotta see how I can get up to these switches. So I like this because it kind of forces you to think out the box and, you know, have the environment kind of have like a little bit of like a back and forth with the environment that you're in. So I think I have to get them to walk kind of on the side here. Yeah, so you gotta exhaust all possibilities. See, now I got them on their sides. Yeah, now I can move this down. There we go. But yeah, see, just little things like that are like layered through this game. So if you're a psychology major, this would be a great little game to show, you know, if you do a class presentation. This would be a great game to demonstrate. I wish I could show an example of this. I remember I was a psych major, and one of the classes I had to kind of, I'm trying to think what my presentation was on, but I had a way to actually show Mortal Kombat during class. I think it was, I don't know, the impact of violence or something like that on our brains. But yeah, this would have been a great game to kind of display and showcase. Okay, now it's letting me manipulate the lights here. I'm just gonna move my finger. Okay, I started off slow, so I'm moving really fast, kind of around the screen. Okay, and this is coming down. But yeah, I think that's it for this quick little gameplay. Again, this is Monument Valley 2. If you enjoyed the first one, this is right up your alley. Check this out. This game is cool. It's unique. It's added a second character for us. So, you know, there's an extra dynamic with that, like as you've just seen. Again, hopefully you enjoyed this. If you did, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Definitely support my channel as much as you can. I appreciate it. And as always, you can't win if you don't play. Hey guys, DC here, and this is my first gameplay of Monument Valley Plus for the Apple Arcade on the iPad Pro. Alright, so we're thrown right into the game here. Tap the path to move Ida. So I'm just tapping on my iPad, hold and rotate. I think I need to hold and rotate this little gear, twisty gear thing here potentially. There we go. Oh, okay. And you see, it's kind of like a, what is it? Like a little bit of like an optical illusion type thing there. The way that it rotated. Alright, now we're kind of thrown into our title screen right here. That's a cool little opening. Like straight into the gameplay, which takes you to the title screen. Alright, so now we're loading up. we have like this spinning castle thing here, I guess. Alright, so I guess I did stage 1 here. There's 2. Okay, so I just tapped into more of like the options here. Settings. Alright, and the credits here. I think it's Us2 Games is the developer for this. Chapter 2 of the Garden, in which Ida embarks on a quest for forgiveness. Alright, so let's see. Okay, so when I moved over here, the little gear thing went away. So I guess I can't rotate that when she's on there. But if I put it at another angle, yeah, we can walk to these little ladder thing. Alright, so it looks like I may need to rotate this when she's back on the other side, maybe? Yeah, I think I have to get her back to the other side. Let's see. Yeah, that should work. Alright, so how do I get up to the top here? Oh, okay, I see another optical illusion. So real cool. This game does real good with like the way that our eyes work and our perception of depth and everything like that. And what's nice is they have the cube there that's comes up out of her hat, and kind of that really illustrates kind of you know that illusion on kind of how the cube sits and the different angles and whether you're looking at the front or the back of it and things like that. Alright, let's see how this stage goes. I think I may need to move something here. Okay, yeah. So those little like, I don't want to call them pillars, but those little kind of movable, slidable blocks. Sure, I can move them back and forth, slide them back and forth to move her on it. So this game, playing this game here, is really reminding me of like of the Enchanted World. So if you guys haven't seen my review on the Enchanted World, there's sort of like overlapping concepts and kind of with the way this puzzle, how the puzzles are kind of where you have to slide things back and forth. You're moving the lead character, which is a female in both of them, kind of through a stage like a puzzle. So that's pretty cool. Alright, let's see what this is all about. And again, yeah, I'm just tapping on wherever I wanted to move. And if it's possible, she'll move there. So, long have these old bones waited in darkness. How far have you wandered, silent princess? Why are you here? Alright, so this looks like another stage within a stage. But yeah, I'm gonna leave my review to the Enchanted World on the end screen. So check that out if this game is looking good to you. Again, it has similar gameplay to the Enchanted World, which I reviewed maybe a few months ago. Stay tuned, check that out as well, the Enchanted World. But yes, I really like the way that they kind of use perception and kind of, the way that our eyes work to kind of get through these stages and puzzles. It reminds me a lot of... Oh, see, I can move this. Yeah, when this goes up, that goes down. It reminds me a lot of, if you guys have seen the movie Inception, they talk about the Penrose steps. And I know Penrose, he was like a, I'm not sure if he was like a psychologist or a scientist or whatever it may be. But, yeah, he has the Penrose steps. I think he also helped. He developed like that Penrose cube and a few different things with that play with our levels of depth and perception and kind of fool in the eyes. So in the movie Inception, they mentioned Penrose and how some of the world that they create, like in the dream, you can kind of play with it and create like a paradox. So they use the Penrose steps as an example. It's like a endless staircase. An endless staircase that you can just continue to walk up, keep walking up, and never reach the top, based on kind of the way that it's drawn on paper. So when you get a chance, Google Penrose steps. You can do more kind of research on him, usually like a psychologist or a scientist, something along those lines. And you can see like how this game really draws off of kind of his whole sort of, I guess, a lot of his studies and research and what he's known for. Alright, so we're on level 4 now. Water Palace, in which Ida discovers new ways to walk. But yeah, this definitely just reminds me of like Inception, because we're able to kind of it does feel like almost like a dream world, and we're able to kind of rotate and twist it to like our liking and everything like that, which is real cool. Alright, let's see what it does this time when I rotate. Alright. Oh, yep, see, it does something real cool there. Let's get Ida back on the platform. And then, yeah, see, it's perfect how that, almost that triangle shape, it's, we can't tell if it's in the foreground or, you know, in the background when it's kind of curved like that. Alright, so the bridge came up, just like kind of like the bridge in Inception, right? Alright, so now we're walking up buildings. Again, this is another Inception, you know, reference, how they're kind of that one scene with Leo and Ariande is her character's name in the movie. I'm trying to think of her actual name, but yeah, when they walk up the building. Yeah, Elliot Page, because I think that the actress that played Ariande did have like maybe like a I want to say gender reassignment potentially. So yeah, Elliot Page is the actress. Elliot Page is the one that played Ariande in the movie Inception. Oh, that's cool how she walked down that ramp. Oh yeah, see, when I rotate it, it closes that gap there. Just enough for her to walk across. And now you see we rotate the other way, it's open. So yeah, this is very, very creative. Whoever put this game together, definitely, I definitely want you guys to check this out. This is pretty cool. For all my like psychology majors out there, taking, trying to think of the class that. Well, there's a few different classes that deal with kind of like maybe I want to say maybe it's like memory and cognition. Maybe not, but maybe it may just be general psychology. But yeah, this is definitely draws upon all those sort of little things. Alright, I gotta see how this is supposed to go. So maybe I walk into this little space here. This was the Valley of Men. Now all that remains are our monuments stripped of their glories. Thieving princess, why have you returned? Okay. So the game is trying to give us a little bit of story, but it's very kind of fragmented here. Alright, so I think I can rotate this other piece. Yeah, there we go. Alright. Well, yeah, this is Monument Valley Plus on the Apple Arcade. Check this out. This game is really cool, really unique. Support this game. Hopefully you enjoyed this first gameplay. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, you can't win if you don't play.
you.